welcome to another episode of Window Cleaning and Restoration. I'm your host, Mr. Squeegee, and this is being brought to you on behalf of WindowCleaningResource.com. Today we're going to talk about another product used for hard water stain removal. Today we've got Unger Rub Out. The Rub Out is another hard water stain remover, and it says it'll remove water spots, rust, mineral deposits, lime scale, and soap scum. It's got some pretty basic instructions. Some of the others are a little more detailed, but as with all of them, make sure you read the instructions before you use the product. This one says you can use a damp cloth, a sponge, or a non-scratch scrubber like your white pads to apply it to the surface. Again, this one you can use the circular motion to apply it. Then, as usual, you want to rinse and take care of that what's left behind. It comes in a good bottle. Again, this is more of a paste, like the BioClean and a few of the others. It's a little thicker, so it's handy. It comes in a bottle, so that's good as well. Let's see how that applies there. Just squeeze that out, and again, that's pretty good. That's a nice consistency. That's going to be easy to apply to the window, and it's going to stay where you put it. So again, we're just taking the white pad and we're scrubbing it in. As always, we're concentrating on those edges. I'm trying to get that worked in, and working it all the way through. And this is a little tougher again, so I might want to take some bronze wool, work that in a little bit. But you'll kind of be able to feel as you're going along how difficult it can be. You might feel more resistance with some. As you're rubbing the white pad, you may feel like it's not quite cutting it, so then you may switch to using a little bronze wool. As we've talked about many times, many of these are not they're not abrasive, but to an extreme degree. They have some slight abrasives in, but we've already taken this off, and again, this is cleared pretty well. But what may happen is I may get this rinsed off and cleaned down and find that I still have some long streaks that are really hard, or some severe oxidation from pollutants, or even what could be classified as silica stains with my glass. And at that point, I don't have a lot of options. There's a couple. When you get into silica, you're actually talking about trying to take off the glass what that glass is made of. So 72% of this piece of glass is silica. So in order to get that off, I'm going to have to find a product that actually will dissolve or break down glass to a certain extent. About the only thing that's out there available right now that does that is a Crystal Clear 550 or CC 550. That's available at WindowCleaningResource.com. The Crystal Clear will break down that silica, that heavy oxidation, but really that's like a last resort. It's a very abrasive hydrofluoric acid. You want to make sure that you have good chemically resistant gloves on, that you're wearing a respirator, and that you have good chemical goggles on as well. Any splashing, you're going to have problems. The reason for the extra precautions is that if that chemical gets into your skin and it gets in there, it will begin to break down the minerals inside your body. Your hands will be sore. They'll feel like they're on fire, but you won't see any visible blistering on the surface of the skin. All the damage is taking place inside. So it's a very, very dangerous chemical to mess with, and in extreme cases it has led to death. So if you're going to use it, please make sure that you're taking your precautions and protecting yourself, and you're going to rinse down. I'd keep a garden hose handy and rinse down any of the surfaces before I use it, and when I'm done using it, I'm rinsing them down as well, because it's a dangerous chemical. These others are dangerous if you're not careful with them, but nothing like a CC 550. So if you're going to go that route, make sure that you're taking into account just how dangerous that chemical is. So this has been another episode of Window Cleaning and Restoration. I'm your host, Mr. Squeegee, and you can get your rub out at WindowCleaningResource.com.